Hey everybody, welcome today to, let's try that again. Welcome to today's flight from Edinburgh to Frankfurt. This is the one we should have done yesterday, but due to the upgrade, or the update with Microsoft Flight Sim and breaking the A320 NX mod, we had to put it off. Now they did issue a fix. A quick fix last night and a stable fix, stable update to the mod this morning. So that's what we will be using. Should all work fine. And we're going to make the flight today. So just looking at our ATC coverage, Frankfurt Tower is on, London Center is on. So there's a little bit we should get on the way there. Not too bad. But we're here in Edinburgh on the new update for Microsoft Flight Simulator. A lot of fixes, a lot of adjustments, improvements. Some of the major ones were a bunch of little fixes to all the airliners, making them all a little bit better. And they now have importing snow and ice on the ground. With the live weather. I tried it. I went to a couple northern airports in Canada, Yellowknife and Edmonton, and sure enough, there's snow on the ground. So if there's snow on the ground in real life, there should be snow on the ground in the sim. It's still a little bit early in parts of Europe. They won't really get snow until January, but it should be good. So we're here in Edinburgh. Let's hop into the aircraft and we'll get her up and going so we can get this flight underway. Alright, so we're on board the aircraft. I'm just going to start our flight tracker and we'll make sure the maintenance guys have got the aircraft prepped. So parking brake is set, chocks are removed, ground power unit is connected, throttle levels are at idle, engine master switches are off, and the ignition switch is in a normal position. Batteries will come on. Generator switches are both on. External power is on. We will get the Irs warming up and we will go down to the panels. So as mentioned in a previous flight, we can now import our flight plan the way they would in real life with the data link, which is what we're going to do. I'll turn you up. A couple clicks on the McDo, bringing up the brightness. I do have the overhead lights on, so it'll be a little bit bright in here until we start our taxi. So those are all done, and we will do the overhead. There we go. So landing gear lever is checked down, flaps are checked up, spoilers are checked retracted, fuel quantity is good. It's what's expected. We'll put on the lights and we will start the passengers boarding. 100 and what do we got? 134 passengers today on this flight. We'll finish off the overhead panel. Crew oxygen supply is on. We'll get the temperatures up and arm the emergency exits. Now, let's get the weather. Both for Edinburgh and Frankfurt. There we go. already did that one. We want this one. So here's our weather. Winds are 10 or 010 at 5 knots. I'm gonna do a comparison just to see how that's doing. Okay, so the latest MEDAR that came out 15 minutes ago says winds are 020 at 6, so that's pretty good. Broken at 3100. This is saying broken at 3900, 5 degrees, 4 degrees, and 1017, 1016. So that's not bad. It's fairly close. And then Frankfurt is 090 at 7, few clouds at 1200, 11 degrees. Alright. So 1016. We'll set that. And we'll set it on the standby as well. There we go. So we have no ATC, so we're going to be cleared. Well, let's take a look at the departure. Actually, see if we have any restrictions. We have a 6,000 foot restriction. Until we hit Go Sam. So that's fine. We'll be able to comply with that without any issues. Speed will be 250. That's fine. We're under altitude. So let's bring in our flight plan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
So, EGPH, which is Edinburgh, to EDDF, Frankfurt, EDDK as our alternate. Flight number is in, cost index is in. We're flying at 370 today. Let's do the Irs Initialization. And we'll go to page 2. Zero fuel weight today is 56.5. And our center of gravity is 26.40. Our block fuel, 7.2. And our trip winds is a overall tailwind of 32 knots. So that should help us get there a little bit ahead of schedule. Minimum destination fuel on board 1.3, that's fine. We'll go to performance, it'll be a flaps 1 takeoff. Flex temp of 67 degrees. Not sure if that's working yet. We'll give it a try. So 130, 131, and 135. Transition altitude today is 6,000 feet. And that's set. So we'll go take a look at our flight plan. So we're going to take off, do a left turn up and around, and we'll be at 6,000 feet until we hit GOSAM. And then we can climb out to our cruising altitude. And we fly down the length of England. And then we make a little bit of a left turn across the coast, the channel, across France, Belgium, into Germany. And that's our approach in. And then we turn and we pick up the ILS. Now it'll be either runway 25 left or 25 right. Not sure which one we'll be assigned to. Probably 25 right since we're coming in from the north. We'll have to see.
We're ready to go when you are.
Thank you, cabin crew. Alright, so I'll stick that over to there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and
So,
welcome aboard Flight
2 minutes to go.
5556 with service to Germany. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 48 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
Alright, the APU flap is on. Here's the big test. And we've got APU rotation. So there's a 737 on its way here from... Oh, where is it coming from? Somewhere in the Baltic countries, but it's over the North Sea, so it's not going to be a factor. There's nobody else in the area. So we will be good for doing what we got to do here. So I'll just send out a message on the Unicom. Oop. And that's just to let anyone know that if they're in the area, we are active here. And we're ready to go. So let's just do our final checks.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Okay, I will hold.
Okay, so transponder is on and set. The beacon light is now on and going. Emergency lights are armed. FMC is checked and set. Departure briefing is done. Doors are closed. APU is up. APU bleeds are on. APU generator is on, and external power is now off. Fuel pumps are on, And the area is clear.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
So we're going to want tail to the left because we're going to be taxiing to the right.
You are cleared behind A. Start your engines
Ladies
at
and
your
gentlemen,
discretion.
please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminating.
Starting
the
engine
front.
1.
When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of
Pushback
oxygen,
complete.
pull the mask
Set
towards
parking
you.
brakes, please.
Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Parking brakes
Secure the
set.
elastic
Roger.
band behind
Okay,
your head.
the tow bar is
Tighten the
disconnected
straps
and
if
the equipment is
necessary,
clear.
and breathe
We will see you on the
normally.
left side
Although
with
the
the
badge
pin.
does not
Thanks, and you
inflate,
can disconnect
oxygen
and go
is
to hand
flowing to the
signals.
mask.
Thanks.
If
Have a
you're
good
traveling
flight.
with
See
a
you
child
later.
or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life
Engine
vest is
1, good
located
start.
in a pouch under your
Starting
seat
engine
between
2.
armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, sounds like we got engine 2 up and going. And engine 2, good start. So the master can come off, the APU will come off. Hydraulics are all on, electrics are all on. So pre-taxi checklist, probe heat comes on. Heading indicators and altimeters, altimeters are set. 1016 set and cross-checked. Standby instruments are set. Radios and avionics, transponders set to 2000 TARA. Autopilot is set. Flight directors are now on both sides. Auto brake set to max. Flaps 1, and trim and flight controls. Trim is set to 1 up, and flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. Flight controls are good. Alright, let me just send in the message on Unicom.
The cabin is ready.
Alright, cabin is ready. So, taxi light on, dome light off. Let me just pull up my chart. So we're basically going to go out here, There's the taxiway there, and then down there's the end of the runway over there. So parking brake is off. And away we go. So we'll arm the ground spoilers. Do the config test and cabin check once we get on the taxiway so they can just finish getting ready in the back.
Please note the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
I love how it does that for night flights. Alright, we'll see how the flight model feels once we're in the air, how they've tweaked it. Apparently they've done a little bit more on the fuel burn, so it should be a little bit more accurate. Which is why we're not probably not arriving with huge amounts of excess fuel like we have been. It's a little bit more reasonable on the burn. I think it was underdoing it before. Again, it's a night flight, but we're flying live weather, live time. And given the hour difference and the times it gets dark in the northern hemispheres in the winter right now, we're going to have some night flights. I am doing on the weekends, at least one of the days, it will be a 1400 Zulu start, 9 o'clock in the morning for me. And those are my longer flights, so my long haul flight days. At the moment, it's one a week. So starting in January, we're going real long haul in the 787. I think the first one is going to be Denver to London. So it should be an interesting flight. 8.5 hours, I believe. Alright, here we are at 06, so we'll come to a halt. Throw on the parking brake. So, flight instruments are checked. Oh, forgot to name the cabin. They said they were ready anyway. Flight instruments are all checked. Engine instruments are checked. Takeoff data is set. 135 as our V2. Nav equipment is checked. Throw on the strobes, on the landing lights, taxi light to takeoff. Pitot heat as required. De-ice is not required. And transponder is on. PWS is on. Weather radar is on. You're 40 and I'm on 10, and we are good to go. Let me just take off. Runway is 06. Left. Turn out to west. EGPH. Alright. So brake will come off. A little bit of power. Glide path is clear. Beautiful night here. What's the temperature? 4 degrees. Not bad. Alright, so there we are. Everything is set and we are ready to go. So we'll start the clock. Engine's up to 40%. Degree down and throttles to flex. Man, flex, SRS, and runway. It's 100 knots. V1 and rotate. $10 and gear up. Gears retracted. Throttles to climb. Flaps up. And we'll begin our left-hand turn. Keep her 30 degrees. Whoa, we're rocketing there. $6,000. Don't know why she got so out of control there. She should have been holding. Going to autopilot. She's a little bit more gentler, engaging than she has been in the past. Over to standard, that's fine. It'll take us up to 6,000 feet. Yeah, that was interesting how she kind of just climbed a little bit out of control there. Not sure what was happening there. But we're on track. It's all looking good so far. So the next big update should be, if it's still coming out, should be next week, and it should be the UK terrain update. I think it said the 28th. Which would be Monday. We'll have to see. But that'll be another big update coming, and that's the last for the year. And we go from there. Oh, the other big thing they released with this update is virtual reality, the VR headset support. Not something I'm doing. It's not the way I fly, and I like to be able to see things. I've got multiple monitors going, and I got to be able to see it. But it could be good for some people. Not sure how you'd fly with controls and stuff trying to reach things, but I'm sure people will have it figured out. So London Center just went offline. So did Belgium Center. So these things keep up. The next person we're talking to is Frankfurt Approach. Well, and we'll see when we get there. So we're three miles from Combo. We'll see how close we get before it switches over. That's one of the things I said they were changing. That's not bad. They seem to be switching a little late, so it looks like they've kind of corrected that. So after GoSam, we can climb to 37,000, which is our final cruise altitude for the flight, at a balmy minus 60 up there. It's going to be interesting. Very nice night for a flight. That's Glasgow ahead of us. I haven't been to the west area of Scotland there. It's on my list of places to go. Here it's a beautiful city. There's the suburbs. And we're going to start climbing in a few minutes. And then we'll sit back and relax. And once we get up into cruise, the crew will be coming by with a meal, I believe. We'll have to see what they do. So 4 miles to go. hopefully soon they get the actual VNAV constraints and stuff working and properly, and we can do some good proper flights with descents and RNAVs and stuff. $6,000 feet, and there's Fennec. So we can start our climb. We're going to go up to 370. It's a little bit gentler. Let's see how inclined we get here. It's 3,000. 4,000. $4,700. Still a bit drastic, I think. I'll have to talk to a couple A320 pilots I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
Alright, so we're climbing out. We're on course. Sit back, relax, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.
moment we will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
Well, I hope you've all been enjoying the flight. So the entry point to our star is right here, and we've got to be at 13,000 feet. So we're going to start down at about 1,500 feet per minute. And we'll see how we do targeting the star at that altitude. There's still nobody on until we reach the tower, so we'll be doing this all on our own. So I'm going to start down at about 1,500 feet per minute. And we'll send out on the Unicom that we're starting a descent. So one thing I noticed while we were flying over is we still got that little bit of an oscillation going on. You want to turn Sec 1 off. Oops. So I'll ask a couple of the other pilots in the VA if they're still noticing that. Shouldn't be doing it. They said they'd fixed it. Be a little bit annoying if they haven't. Bringing up my approach chart. So after that, we're going to descend down to the arrival. We're going to go through our stuff here. Let's get the weather updated. Yeah, weather request. And let's see what the ATIS is currently. So this is the new one. Winds are 200 at 11, gusting to 23 knots. Few clouds at 2,500. Scattered clouds at 3,000, 11 degrees. Arriving 25 right, 25 left. Departing runway 25 center. 6,000 foot transit, or 5,000 foot transition. Our 6,000 foot transition altitude. Confirm Foxtrot. So let me just jot this down. 200 at 11. 11 degrees. 1010. And info Foxtrot. Alright, so let's go to our flight plan. Arrival. We are going in on the, that's fine, and we're going to be going on the ILS runway 25 right, Zulu, is the one we want. Alright, so we'll insert that. So we're going to make the turn here at 401. Yeah, and then we go all the way down and turn and come back and land. That's correct. Gotta keep watching our speed here. Let me bring that back down to 7.2. So that's entered in. We'll go to our performance. Oop. There we go. So our QNH was 1010. Temperature was 11. Winds were 200 at 11 knots. Transition altitude was 6,000 feet. And because we're ILS, decision height will be 200. So that is all entered in now as well. Just monitor our descent. Just looking for our points here. So we're about 58 miles out. Increase our descent rate to 2,000 feet. You can see our speed is coming up, so we're going to bring it back to 70. Everything's looking good so far. There's a few airplanes going in. There's a 737-900 going in. An A320 just departed. And now back to 68. As soon as it'll let me switch over, we'll set that right at 280 and hold it there. Keep monitoring our speed. Not sure what approach he's on, but he may be on the same one we're doing, because we got to kind of do this type of maneuver as well, so we could be following him in. Where did he come from? GCRR, no idea where that is. There we go. And we'll set this at 280. We're gonna hold our speed. 37 miles to go. About 11,000 feet to descend. Should be pretty close. So as we come down through 23,000, we'll put the seatbelt signs back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it is time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, that other airplane came up from the southwest, so he's taking a funny approach, but however he wants to do it. We're down to about 24 miles to go. We're going to increase our descent a little bit. Make sure we get down to where we need to be. $20 miles to go. So just watching on the IVAO map, this other guy might be going for 25 left, in which case he's going to go south of the airport. We're going 25 right, so we're going to go north of the airport. Alright, we're below 18,000. I'll just give him a ding in the back, let him know. Well, we got icing. So we'll put on the anti-ice. Must be going into a little bit of cloud layer, or at least moisture in the air anyway. Alright, so we're going to bring you down to 270. Come back up to 2,000 now. $10 miles to go. You know, 7.5 miles. And then our next altitude target after that's 5,000 feet. A little bit windy out. There we go. So that'll take her to 5,000 feet. And we'll bring the speed back to 250. No, it looks like that guy's going for 2.5 right as well. He's passing on the north side of the airport. Things are going well. There's 10,000, so we will turn on the landing lights, turn on the taxi light. Got the company message, but the guy gave us the weather on the just to get that off of there. There we go.
We have begun our final descent into Germany. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So after DF 403, we got to drop to 4,000 feet, and our actual arrival, let's pull up the ILS. ILSZ runway 25 right. Will be 5,000 feet, so we're just going to stay at 5,000 feet. And 11135 should be the frequency. So if we go down here, we can confirm. It's 10975. And that is not correct. Arrival. ILS 25 right. Oh, it should be 11135. see what happens. Oh. Well, that's not good. Obviously, another one of the changes that's been made. Oh, we're into the cloud. So when we get down to DF401 to make the turn, we'll slow down to 210. Yeah, so we're going to be in and out of some cloud. So 1010 is the altitude. There we go. Set our backup. There we go. Back into the cloud again. It's soon to be a little turbulent. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. It says our expected arrivals in 25 minutes, so we're probably going to be about 10-15 minutes ahead of schedule. Turn down the weather. Oh, it's doing it on the other side as well. So nice when they separate it. Hopefully they'll get it back in on the NX mod. .40 wind at the back end of us. They're pushing. DF101's coming up. We should switch over to DF102. Oh, we're going right. Oh, we're going right DF103. All right, that's fine. I guess technically DF102 would be used for the eastern approach to come in. The other aircraft's on final. Alright, let's bring the speed in. 210 knots. Arm the spoilers. Frankfurt, long runway. We'll go with a low on the auto brake. sit down. Might have to ding them again. We're getting bounced a bit. Definitely some weather in the area. Alright, landing systems can come on. And IFNW. IFNW is confirmed. All right. And 5,000 feet is our intercept altitude. That is confirmed. There's the other aircraft going in for a landing. I think. It's the only other one in the area. The airport's right there. Yeah, not much to see. So you can just make a little bit of movement as we go in and out of clouds and stuff. There is some turbulence, so we are getting bounced a little bit. Oh, there he is. Although I'll tell you, that is I don't know who that is, but he's not showing up on my tracker. I mean, I think that's the guy who's landing. I don't know who that is. I'm just gonna ignore him. So that's the guy who's going in to land. And there's a guy that just took off. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. We got to get all the way out to, all the way down to 416 here. And then we'll make the loop around and then start coming in. And this is where we should intercept. Got another guy coming in from, looks like Zurich, another A320. Hopefully he's also watching what's going on. Not sure what approach he'll be doing. I'd show you this stuff, but it's on my other computer, so it's hard to see. You can see how we're almost a beam of Nibap here, and our glide slope is kind of showing where we should be, so pretty good. But we got to go all the way out, turn around, come back in. There's no approach, so there's no shortcutting. We got to follow the published star. It'll be interesting to see if we follow the arc around. Again, they said they did improvements to the nav and tracking and FMS stuff, so it's gonna be... I'm hearing rain. I did say there could be light rain. It is 10 degrees out, so we're not going to need the anti-ice on. Let's just go in and check that latest weather. No, it didn't say anything about rain. Maybe it's just local in the cloud here that I'm going through. So we got a 172 coming in from the south. We've got a, looks like a Beechcraft 1900 that just left Mannheim to the south and is coming in. We've got the A320 coming in from Zurich, and we've got us. You get busy out there. Yeah, so we'll probably arrive pretty close to on time, expected arrival. So 13 minutes. And that other aircraft is down and done. This looks like we've decided we're just going to turn for the runway, have we? Perhaps not. Let's get back to where we were headed. Do our loop around. It's gonna leave us wide, but that's fine. See if we can get back on that track. It shouldn't be too far off it. You can see the variance with that wind. Or between our track and our heading. It's actually 2.5. There we go, something like that. So it looks like the Zurich flight is on file ahead of us. And we're about 30 miles out. Alright, I'm going to switch over to check the ATIS, make sure it's the same one. Information Gulf. One zero, okay.
Affirmative.
Jet 909 Whiskey.
Yeah, affirmative.
Jet 909 Whiskey, expect runway 25 left, suggest heading off 4070.
Heading
Links 5 please, yeah, continue taxi via Papa, hold short of November 11 and contact Apron 121, decimal 855, schönen Abend, frohe Weihnachten, ciao, ciao.
Continue taxi via Papa, hold short November 11 and ground 121-855. Wünsche dir auch ein frohes Weihnachtsfest und zunächst entering 5 bis hier.
Frankfurt Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 1492 on November 418.
Lufthansa 1492, Frankfurt Tower, hello, when ready, line up on 8 at 8.
When ready, we line up runway 18 and wait, Lufthansa 1492.
Frankfurt Tower Skyways 5556 on the ILS runway 25 right with Golf.
Skyways 5556, Frankfurt Tower, low, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Skyways 5556. Oop.
Lufthansa 1942, get 2038 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Lufthansa 1492, clear for takeoff, runway 18.
Delta Lima Mike Fox, Front fliegen Sie entlang Flugpiste 25 links.
Hinten entlang Flugpiste 25 links, Delta Mike Fox.
Jet 999 Whiskey, traffic information, VFR Cessna 172, 12 o'clock, 6 miles, 1,800 feet, descent on no discretion.
So, what's last transmission for Lufthansa 1492?
Negative.
Okay.
Jet 999 Whiskey, did you copy?
Jet 993 Whiskey,
Yes, Jet 999 Whiskey, I would recommend descent now and maintain present heading.
Descent, which measure do?
Descent on no discretion.
Descent on all.
That's the Beechcraft 1900 that came out of Mannheim to the south. There's some more cloud we're going through.
Skyways 5556 and 2003, 11 knots, runway 255, clear to land.
Clear to land, Skyways 5556. Alright, so we're...
Delta Lima Mike Foxtrot, nach dem Aufsetzen durchstarten, fliegen Sie in die Planzone bis 25 links, den 200 Grad 1, Knoten bis 25 links, frei aufsetzen und durchstarten.
Bis 25 links, frei zum Aufsetzen durchstarten, haben wir Hagelhall. Nach dem Aufsetzen und Durchstarten in die Platzzone der Piste 25 links, Delta Mike Fox.
We're 20 miles out. Rain again. So there's the little Cessna kicking around. There's that Beechcraft is coming towards us. That's probably him there. He's a little high. I heard he was descending.
Lufthansa 1492, no further ATC available, monitoring, come on, 22 destination, schöne Weihnachten, ciao, ciao.
Lufthansa 1492, switching to come, thanks for service, happy holidays, bye bye. Delta Mike Foxtrot, bitte früher abdrehen.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, frühes Abdrehen genehmigt.
Frühes Abdrehen genehmigt.
Alright, so we're about 15 miles out. We'll go to flaps 1. Go to approach mode. Should grab us onto the localizer.
Jet 999 Whiskey, descent to visual approach, runway 25 center.
Speed's coming down to 180. So, auto brake set low. Speed brake arm.
999 Whiskey, can you expect visual approach?
Landing lights are all on.
Jet 999 Whiskey, turn final runway 25 center, airport 9 o'clock. Airport correction, airport 10 o'clock.
Flaps are 1.
7 miles, report final for runway 25 center.
So Looks like the glide slope's about to catch. There's the glide slope. Flaps 2. Speed coming back.
Delta Mike Foxtrot im Gegenanflug bis zu 25 für Landung.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, Wind 200 Grad, 8 Knoten, bis zu 25, Landung frei.
25 links, Landung frei, Delta Mike Foxtrot.
Looks like we're going to be in the cloud for a bit.
Whiskey traffic information, Airbus A320, at your 11 o'clock, 2 miles, 4,600.
Traffic inside, Jet
993 Whiskey, roger, maintain visuals in relation with traffic, report final 25 center.
That's the Beechcraft. He's going to pass me. Should be passing me.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, eine unserer Klappen ist abgerissen, wir fliegen weiter im Endanflug.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, bestätigen Sie durchstarten und weiterhin geradeaus im Endanflug.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, negativ für Landung.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, verstanden. Brauchen Sie irgendwelche Hilfen?
Negativ.
Again, I don't know who that is. The other guy's coming in behind me. That's him over there. And he's got me as the only aircraft out here. I wonder if it's just some weird artifact. We'll ignore. Obviously, he would have had us spacing out or something. And on the web-eye for IVAO, there's no aircraft showing up in front of me. There's just that Cessna on the ground now at Frankfurt. We're 9 miles out. Starting to come through the clouds.
Delta Echo Lima Mike Foxtrot, willkommen zurück in Frankfurt. Rollen Sie über Romeo 11, Sierra 23.
Rollen über Romeo 11, Sierra 23, Delta Mike Fox.
Und Delta Mike Fox rufen die Rollkontrolle Vorfeld auf der 121,855.
Rufen die Rollkontrolle auf 121,855. Tschüss.
There's the runway. 7 miles. 6 miles. Gear down. Oh, let's get down a little bit. Gear down. Cabin check. Gears moving, gears down. Flaps 3, flaps full. Oh, all of a sudden I got another. Oh, that's me. And the guy should be behind me. I'm gonna have to come off on the high speed at Papa 14. Oh, I guess that other aircraft disappeared. Weird. Yeah, in and out of the clouds all the way down. It's 3 miles.
993 Whiskey, QNH 1010, wind 200 degrees, 9 knots, runway 25 center, clear to land.
And it is pouring out. Well, at least I know we're on the right runway.
Tower, good evening. Seabird 146.
Never visited the town, but I've been in and out of the airport a few times.
Calling Frankfurt Tower, second call sign only.
Major hub in Europe.
Seabird 146.
Seabird 146, can you give me your location?
Zulu Bravo 3 for crossing the runway, following the Lufthansa 238.
Going by all the hotels there.
Lufthansa 146, I cannot see you. You seem to be not at Frankfurt, so I can't help you right now. I cannot see you on my radar.
Oh, okay, my mistake, sorry. Wrong airport.
No problem. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Sure.
Landing. Reversers engaged. $80 knots. 60 knots. Reversers off. Exiting the runway.
Gentlemen, welcome to Germany. The local time is 10:26 p.m. and it's currently about 11 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile device.
Skyway 5556, welcome to Frankfurt, continue taxi via Papa.
Stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items.
Roger, continue taxi on Papa. Skyway is 5556.
If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Let's do that. That's on. Strobes will come off. And just in case, we'll APU it up. Alright. So we want to go. Did I put the parking brake on? No, I didn't. I want us to go on Papa. So it's going to be around to the right. Did they fix the overspeed on the taxi? It looks like they did. I don't see the other guy. Oh, is that him there? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we're gonna taxi along here for a bit. to be going for gate A25.
Jet 993 Whiskey, vacate left.
Vacate left to Jet 993 Whiskey.
Oh, maybe he landed on the center runway. Put the wipers on just for effect. Shut off some of the systems here.
Jet 993 Whiskey, vacate to left.
Jet 993 Whiskey, taxi to Mike, Mike 1 Rider, hold short, runway 25 center. Correction, runway 25 left.
Also runway 25 left, the taxi straight down. Jet 993 Whiskey.
So we're going to be crossing a bridge over here. Traffic runs under it.
Skyways 5556, continue taxiway, Papa, hold short, November 11, contact Apron 121, decimal 855, have a nice day, bye bye.
Continue on Papa, hold short, November 11, contact Apron on 121855. Good day, thanks for the service. So we're going over to apron control.
Jet 993 Whiskey, holding short runway 25, left Mike 11.
By Lufthansa 6, Romeo Papa, Frankfurt Tower.
Good evening, sorry.
No problem, just wondering why we're entering an active runway without permission. Wind 20 degrees 9 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
That's the bridge we just went by, and there's some of the terminals. Kind of stuck this runway out there, kind of like they did out in Amsterdam as well, adding a third runway. So I guess they had the original two, and then they added this one, and they had to put this path so the aircraft could get through. So once we get around here to the holding zone, we will contact Apron.
Frankfurt, Apron, hello. Jet 993 Whiskey, holding short at Apron. You taxi to general aviation.
See where we want to go.
Tango Juliet Tango 993 Whiskey, Frankfurt Apron, schönen guten Abend. Taxi via Romeo, Sierra 23 to the General Aviation Parking. taxi via Romeo to the Language parking, Twin Jet 999 3.
Lima, back in the cockpit, sorry.
Frankfurt Apron, Skyways 5556 at November 11, looking to taxi to Alpha 25.
Skyway 5556, Frankfurt Apron, good evening. Taxi via November 11 Lima, November 5 to gate Alpha 25.
Roger, taxi via November 11 Lima, November 5 to the gate. Skyways 5556.
Jet 2 Kilo Lima, just reporting back in cockpit or ready to taxi?
Jet 2 Kilo Lima, just reporting back in cockpit.
Sure.
So we go through here, we go straight down to Lima, and then we make a left turn, and then we get to November 5, which takes us up towards our gate. So it's nice that they fixed the runaway taxi. That was a little bit annoying. Yeah, it's a very wet day out here today. So this will be Lima. Nobody coming. Now he'll get a hold of us if there's going to be a conflict with anyone. Well, it looks like somebody's just pulled out up there. Well, welcome to Frankfurt. This is actually a massive airport. Like I said, it is a major European hub, and I've flown a few times to Britain through here just for connecting flights, better times and better prices, but
Jet 2 Kilo Lima, request taxi.
Jet 2 Kilo Lima, taxi by November 5 and November holding point runway 18.
Taxi to holding point runway 18 via November 5 and November Jet 2 Kilo Lima, danke.
I think he's up where we're going in. So hopefully he moves fairly quickly. So this is November 8. Eight and 7. And then 6. And 7. there's that building. So this is 6. This should be a little small thing, and then we go after it. Oh, this is 5 here. Yep. Nope, a little bit too heavy on the brakes. And it's the first gate. Saw somebody taxi by there in front of us. Alright, so this is the center section, and we're going to want the first taxi in, which will be right here. That's it right there. Slow it down. There's our turn in. Go. That looks pretty good. So we'll get the brake on. Let's see if the gate will connect. There she comes. So parking brake is on. Thrust levers are at idle. Ground connection is established. Ground operations have begun. External power is connected. APU will go off. Engines will go off. Exterior lights. Beacon can... Oh, why are you back to doing that? Beacon will come off. Taxi light will come off. We'll leave the nav light on. Passenger signs will go up. Doors. You gonna open the door? I'm sure we will. Fuel pumps will come off. There we go. Everyone's up and going. We can get out and start saying goodbye to everybody. And that is our flight today. Oh, they can find us. There we are. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's a rainy evening here in Frankfurt. But it was a good flight. It was an interesting flight. Good to see the changes they've made. And the weather's looking fantastic. If you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. Throw a like on the video. And we will see you for the next one, which will be tomorrow, Thursday, the 24th, at 2300 Zulu, or 1800 Eastern. And that is our our Tour of America flight. So we'll be flying in the US. We'll see you then. Bye for now.